Hello and welcome, and today we're continuing the pond build. As you can see, where we've dug it out, I've started laying out some metal rods what will be in the concrete around the collar to support it, give it some extra strength, and it also marks out the length of it. So we've done it 7 feet by 7 feet. I'm trying to figure out where the pipe work's going to go for the bottom drain, but I've loosely put it on the bottom to get the length, but haven't glued it in yet, so taking it back off is a little bit of a problem. I thought it would just pop back off, but it's struggling. So I'm just getting a little bit of wood, giving it a tap with a hammer and just trying to knock it off without damaging it. No, it certainly doesn't want to come off. So I'm just trying to pull it off, get it off, give it another whack, couple of whacks. It's starting to slowly come off now. Come on, come off. I really needed someone to hold the other end, and then I could have just pulled it off. But every time I'm hitting it, the whole pipe's moving, so it's not getting enough pressure to move it off to hit it back off again. That's it, and we finally got it off. So I've just tried to mark where the air pipe's going to go for the bottom drain, and just cutting it now. So it's just some burrs. I just got a Stanley knife and took the burrs off. I mean, all of this with the bottom drain, I spent so long trying to get it all together and put it together from the one I got, but it was a total waste of time in the end. I mean, I looked round multiple shops to try and buy an all-in-one, but they wanted like £150, what is ridiculous prices. And the other shop said, oh, you can't get it all in one, but I'd seen them all over. I don't know what our local koi shop was telling me that for, because other people do have them. So, bought some PVC pipe, but turns out I think this is the smallest I had, is having like 25mm. I think this is 1¼ inch. Well, our air pipe says it's only 1 inch. So I'm going to try and heat it and see if we can get it in. So hopefully it should. It looks like it almost goes, so we'll see what happens if it works or not. So I bought a couple of these blanks for the PVC pipe and bought some metal barbs. I drilled a little hole and then got the heat gun and heated it up and heated the barb up until it melted into the plastic and made an airtight seal. wasn't good. Yeah. Yep, that's worked. Hopefully that should glue on now. Silly. So I just had to get the hacksaw and cut off the rubber pipe that's going to connect to the barb to the main PVC pipe coming in with the air. So I've tried to run a bit of string to where the filter barrels are going to be, to the height of the pond, to try and get it all level. So because of where the plants are and the tree roots, I've had to go slightly over to one side to the left with the bottom drain, so I'm not that happy that it's not directly in the middle, but I'm hoping I can slant the floor so it slows, all the debris goes into that part. So it's a tiny bit off to the left, but where the tree root is, there's nothing I can do. So I'm just double checking the measurements from where the block, just to make sure it's going to sit inside the pond, that I haven't got it going over the block work. Just lining it up and gluing the pipes to make sure we get a proper seal on there. So we've got loads of different fittings here that I've had to buy, and nothing seems to fit together, and I've got to compromise and try and make it all fit and join it all up when everything's different sizes and different shapes. And I don't know what I'm doing. I've never really built a pond before. We had a little nature pond before, it was a pre-made one, but this is the first time I've had to build one or build a real filter, so anything can and probably will go wrong. I've just got to measure out again and make a few more minor adjustments and cut this one to make it the right length. So I'm trying to cut through the 4-inch pipe, but the blade doesn't go all the way through, and when I'm turning it, it doesn't seem to want to line up. It keeps going a little bit offline for some reason. Maybe the pipe kept moving without me noticing. So I'm just chamfering off the edge of the pipe to make it easier to fit into the other pipe. I hope I didn't take too much off when I was doing this. So the water will run down there, around the first bend, down the pipe. Then we have a bend in it. I'm hoping all the gunk and stuff will get round the 45-degree bend, right down to the barrel, and then it turns up and should go into the barrel. Just checking the level, making sure we got a proper slant, that all the water's going to run down, or any gunk from the bottom of the pond is going to run down. Couple of bags of dirt that I've had to dig out to try and get it so it's flowing downhill. Everything seems to be roughly in line now. So I'm making a wooden box, like some shuttering, to concrete it in to hold it in place until we do the main floor, to stop it wobbling around. But we haven't quite got the angle going down to it, so I'm digging some more out to try and make it slant, so all the dirt from this corner is going to run straight into it. But in the sun, it's just turned into almost rock. This clay is baked solid. I can't even get the shovel in a little bit. It's rock hard. Yeah, it's not going in. I've tried standing on it and drilling it, but it just won't move. Even with my big weight on it, it still won't dig in. After trying for some time, let's get back it and give it a try again. Get the gloves on and try and just keep digging it out bit by bit until we get it roughly where we want it to go. Making the wooden shuttering for the concrete is a bit harder than I thought, because we've got a pipe coming out, so I'm having to put up little bits of wood round the pipe to stop the concrete spreading all over the place. So it's been a long day and a hard day trying to dig out all the piping and that, even though I hadn't recorded a lot of it. But just trying to move these last bit, flatten it all out, get it in line, try and get it into a pointing down into the bottom drain. But we're nearly coming to the end. I can't do much more in this. It's been too much hard work. But it's coming along, we're getting there, and hopefully soon we'll have it done. So bad, I'm having to get on my hands and knees and try and pick up each little bit by hand.
May God the Creator always be with you.
And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe and comment. It's completely free.